Attention all teams, this is race control. Full course yellow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full course yellow, full course yellow. Yellow ending in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green flag, green flag. Hey everyone from Race Control. Just a quick reminder. At turn 22, just make sure your drivers are mindful of cars on their fast laps when they're trying to gap. We're seeing a lot of guys slowing on the racing line, and we'd like to adjust that, please.
to over the bumps in turn 20. God, it's hammering the deck. Look how much the car squatted on the front as he hit the brake pedal.
Out across the line, and France goes third.
So if we practice 2, what happens? That sets the start to get. So you've got to be right up front in every single session today, just in case the rain comes. Because if the rain does come, I don't think it'll be a couple of drops.
No. Dennis coming into turn 20, back out onto Olympic Way. We saw the Mahindra getting out of his way. De Vries jumps up into third place. Dennis, after the first 2 sectors, is 800ths away from Stoffel Van Dorn. Comes across the line and goes into 4th position. Verne has done a good first sector, so is Degrassi, so is Evans. So plenty of lap times coming in these finals. Only 2 minutes to go already.
And Lotterer's only done 10 laps in the session. He's slowest of anybody right now. I wonder what's going on down at the Porsche garage.
Yeah, he's just left the pits. I'll see if I can find out.
You see Verne, absolutely on it as he comes up to 19. You can still see the marks left by Mitch Evans as earlier in the session, but lots of traffic now for Verne. That's not going to cost him any lap time though. You see the back of the car just sliding on entry. See if these guys get out of his way. Buemi ahead, looking in his mirrors. I think Jean-Eric got away with that one. I think he managed to not really get held up by any of the traffic.
Verne goes 5th, loses a 10th or so in the final sector compared to Stoffel Van Dorn up at the top. Oliver Askew's done a reasonable sector 1. The top 8 cars are separated by less than 0.2 of a second, with 1 minute and 10 on the clock. Here's a look at Jean-Eric Verne.
This is fantastic. Look at the speed he's carrying through there.
Oh.
Not only is it bumpy, but it's dusty.
Less than a minute to go. Sete Camera, Da Costa's done a good sector 1. And here is the Portuguese man.
Oh, had to lift there. You saw the lines left by the back tyres. Oh, he's missed the. Yeah, he's overdone it in 19. Turn 19 there, just.
Turn 18's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, I like that one. The whole track's cool.
Yeah.
Verline on another lap. He's a 10th.5 up through the first sector already.
Evans has also done a very good first sector. Here comes Da Costa. A 10th or so away after making that mistake, right up to the wall on the exit. And Da Costa goes up into 11th place and then locks up into turn 1. So scrappy stuff from Da Costa. Now we're on board with Evans. Down Olympic Way. Verline is 0.2 up after the first 2 sectors. Nato's done a reasonable sector 1. Evans is almost 0.4 adrift. Here he comes across the line. 12th place for Mitch Evans. First driver to take the checkered flag. Only free practice 1. Verline lost a lot of time in the final sector, so doesn't improve. Here comes Norman Nato. Gunter goes up into 9th place. Nato's a quarter of a second away after the first 2 sectors, so maybe into the top 10 here for Nato. Might be ahead of Evans, which would be quite an impressive lap, and he does go ahead of Evans. A 22.3 for Norman Nato, the Frenchman from Cannes, making his first appearance for the Jaguar team. Giovinazzi's done a reasonable first sector. I don't think Cassidy started a lap. No, Cassidy hasn't started a lap. He's on it now, isn't he? Coming through. Oh, he's a second away after the middle sector, so that's why I was confused, because it's just not very quick from Cassidy. He's at full power, but he ain't going quickly. Here he comes across the line, and Cassidy remains third quickest.
Something to consider. A car that works well through the first sector might not work so well through sectors 2 and 3, just because of the nature of the tight and twisty part of the first sector and how open and sort of fast and flowing it is through the second and third sectors. And that, obviously, the opposite is true. So I think to get a car working through all the sectors, which you've got to think that Stoffel van Dorn has managed that, and Edo Mortara is not an easy thing to do.
So session concludes.
Okay, right from race control, please remember that after you take your practice start, please complete another full lap. Complete another full lap, thanks.
So that's because the practice grid, not the practice grid, the start grid is basically the corner before the pit lane entry, or the straight before the pit lane entry. So I guess they don't want people doing a practice start and then diving into the left there and straight into pit entry. This is the new Porsche livery for the weekend, by the way, on Pascal Wehrlein here on the left-hand side, to sort of be in conjunction with a new watch that Tag Heuer are releasing. So new special livery for Porsche as a bit of a one-off this weekend. Wehrlein not getting off the line. Don't know if he's got a problem, but he went through 2 light cycles before then departing. Or not departing yet. Let's see if he goes this time on the left. No.
His head looks like it's down in the cockpit a bit. I mean, Pascal sits with his head quite forward anyway, but it looks like he's down looking at the dash, looking at the switches, trying to refire the car, as it were.
There we go. He's got away now. There go the 2 Porsches, Wehrlein and Lotterer. Almost, they're very difficult to tell apart this weekend, which I'm already quite stressed about.
Yeah, thanks, Porsche. Appreciate that.
Yeah, lovely.
Even
new
the helmets.
Yeah. Lovely new livery, but we've not done anything different between the 2 cars and given them both new helmets that are the same.
Shall we go get a spray can and do our own?
Yeah, absolutely. Just some
luminous yellow paint on the halo or something.
Basically graffiti Formula E cars.
Yeah, why not?
They did that actually before the Formula race in London, didn't they? That great sort of show car, as it were.
Yeah.
45 seconds to results.
Right, heading down towards turn 1. You can see we are very much on the real roads with the Robin. He's not followed the rules.
I've got to get
but did he practice his
start?
I think he might have just
30 seconds to results.
not practiced the start and pulled in. So I think he might be all right.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
Now this is the other thing you're practicing. You're not just the start, but the braking point for turn 1.
Okay, standby interview with James Barkley.
That was odd.
I think that's just a
with
Costa messing
Darren,
around.
RFI
We've seen him do a
5,
lot of fights on
4,
in-store laps.
3,
let's go down to Darren Tossier, who's in the pit lane.
Q.
James, now first session of the day done and dusted, however, not looking very strong for Mitch.
1 minute for a pause for an exit.
Can you tell us what went on there?
Oh, it's just very early days. It's free practice 1, so yeah, you've learned very quickly not to get carried away by the result FP1. It's always good, of course, to end well. We're trying a slightly different run plan. What you're doing with your tyres is different, so you can have an offset strategy. But from our point of view, yeah, a good opening session for Norman. A few things on Mitch's side we need to work on, but that's normal. This is FP1, long way to go.
Amazing, thank you, good luck.
Get the results in now. And results in.
Yeah, not getting too carried away, James
30
Barkley.
seconds for an exit and a pause.
It's quite a big adriftness.
Just do one page.
In the early stages.
20 for
we'll
a
see.
soft pause, just 1 page.
Evans was a 10th away in sector 1.
15.
2 tenths in sector 2. And 2 tenths in sector 3. So
9,
sort of a little bit
8,
everywhere.
7,
but it's Stoffel van Dorn who
5
ends
pause,
the
4,
first free practice
3,
session quickest
2,
here in Seoul.
0.
Eduardo Mortara second, Cassidy third, De Grassi, Verne the top 5, De Vries, Dennis, Wehrlein, Gunter, Norman Nato. Fair play, Norman Nato. That's actually a really good job from the Frenchman who won the last race of last season for Venturi. Roland's completing the top 11. Askew, Buemi, Turvey, Evans down in 15th place. De Costa in 16th. Lotterer down in 22nd position. As Dario said, in the end he got 12 laps in, but some of the others did sort of 18. So Don't know exactly what went on with Andre Lotterer, but there we go. As we look down at the Jamshil Sports Complex
so
again.
1 minute of fan boost.
Great. It's just got a bit of everything, this circuit. It's got actual road course, actual street track. It's got into a stadium. It's got a sort of complex vibe where you're not shutting down all the traffic.
Online.
It's just got a little bit of everything as Wehrlein hauls himself out of the Porsche.
The only way I think it could be better is if they change the stadium to have an overtaking chance in the stadium so that all the fans could see. I think you got obviously attack mode, which will be pretty interesting in there, but if there was an overtaking chance, maybe reprofile it a bit, that'd be pretty cool.
I think that they're sort of a little limited with sort of the grass on the infield and stuff like that.
Quite a historic bunch of ground in there.
How to vote in 10.
So Stoffel Van Dorn,
8,
I mean, when you're going for a championship,
6,
and James
5,
Barkley said there,
4,
you can't get too excited
3,
about free practice
2,
1, but when you're championship
0,
leader, 36 points ahead, and you top
30
FP1, I think you're going to be a happy chappy. And he will be a happy chappy if he gets fan boost as well, Stoffel Van Dorn. Perhaps a foregone conclusion, considering he's had it every race so far this year. But
50.
he is at the top. Mortara up there too, Evans up there too, De Costa and De Grassi, the rest of the top 5. You can vote online at fiaformulae.com/fanboost or scan the QR code to give your favourite driver a power boost in the second half of the race.
1, 0.
So, the first ever session around Seoul's Olympic Park for the Hanabank Seoul E-Prix got underway with DS Tachita
Off the back,
heading straight out. Jean-Eric Verne and Antonio Fitness da Costa. They set the pace in the early stages and were running 1-2, although Verne ended up slipping down to 5th. Van Dorn was ploughed into the back of Eduardo Mortara down at turn 22 as everybody was trying to get out of the way of each other and get some space for a new lap. Mitch Evans only finished the session down in 15th position in the Jaguar, not helped by that lovely slide coming through the right-hander of turn 19. Mortara was trying to get ahead of Buemi. The two Swiss almost collided. Happily, they didn't. Mortara was looking quick. Ended the session second quickest on a 1 minute 22.013. And the Mercedes EQs, though, are looking strong because it was Stoffel Van Dorn who, with a 1 minute 22.000, set the quickest time in free practice 1.
50.
New helmet for this weekend. Danker on the front, thanking the Mercedes team as they leave the championship at the end of this weekend. But Van Dorn doing everything he can to leave it as champion.
2, 1, 0.
Technical issue for the Porsche of Andre Lotterer. They're still investigating a sensor or a cable problem in that Tag Heuer Porsche, so that's why he didn't get much lap time in. Mitch Evans chatting to his race engineer, Josep Roca. That tends to be the sort of
50.
understeer signal there.
Titles next.
Eduardo Mortara
10,
looking nice and warm
9,
after his
8,
run to second
7,
quickest.
6, 5.
What can he do in free practice 2?
4,
Join us in an hour or so.
2, 1, 0. Yeah. Right, so we've got Dario. I've put a list in front of you.